You're now listening to the Zod and Drea podcast.
Hi, this is Drea from the Zod and Drea podcast. We are here at First Friday, the streets of Phoenix, weekend before the elections, asking people around here the question that if they were president, what would be the first thing they would change? So, let's see the reactions. So, if you were president, what would be the first thing you would change?
If I were president, honestly, immigration is a big issue for me. I think that if you were here since you were 3 years old, especially if you weren't in control of being in this country, you should be able to have access to the same things this U.S. citizen has, because you're technically an American citizen by then. You're Americanized. I would have that implemented so that these students they're trying to get a degree, they're trying to get an associate's degree, and they can't even do that because they don't qualify for FAFSA or loans. I know they might have some little things they can get, but it's not enough like an American citizen can get. So that's something I would focus on.
The war on terrorism. I would bring all the troops home. All of them. Because I've been there. I was over there. I did 2 tours over there. And we've been over there long enough. It's no longer for them to be over there losing their lives. So come home and protect the country that needs to be protected instead of protecting somebody else. That's what I would do.
You know, what I would want to do, I would want to bring people together. I don't know how I would bring that change about, but I would love to find a way to bring people together across the aisle. I'd like to change that aspect of our system, that we are so divided, because I really think that most of America is really not as divided as we seem to be. I really think so. I think even if you poll people across the aisle, Republicans and Democrats and independents, I think a lot of us have a lot more in common. But there's so many things that divide us so much that we polarize. And so, the first thing I would do if I had it in my power would be to find a way to bring people together.
Do you change?
Oh, I change? I mean, you got to start from the ground up. You got to get from the inside, right? Not just the outside. My presidents want to, they want to target the issue from outside, So what you want to do, you want to get from the inside. What's inside the White House? What's inside the White House? Keep on going up. Ladder. Take out the corrupted people that are in the White House. You trying to vote for Hillary Clinton. Do you not know her background? The Speaker of the White House, and then you got the news talking points. Then, you just got to change up the whole world, not just I'm going to just reduce taxes.
First.
No more wars.
Enough said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
What's on my mind right now and currently would be the economy. I'm learning economy in school, so that's been kind of what's hitting home recently. But the employment rate, and since me personally, I'm trying to find a job but can't get one here and there, and just the economy, and then with the education, I want the education with the schools. I want to make it more friendly. I've been seeing a lot of so I really just want to make schools more friendly, more family, more love oriented. So I don't want to make it more strict, more security, more police officers. That is good, but I don't want to make it look like it's a prison, because that's how most teenagers feel when they go to school. My less serious answer, let me skip school.
The first thing I would change is the climate control. Teaching the humanity about the indigenous ways of living. All the teachings of the medicine wheel, and that's what I would change is the climate. The first of all, probably the excess pipeline that needs to go. Because that's all destroying everything. It's going to destroy the water, and they're just pretty much destroying everything. That's what I would change is the corporate the one that are digging up all the land and desecrating sites, sacred sites. That's what I would change.
What are your thoughts about the media coverage for the pipeline regarding what's going on with the pipeline in the Dakotas?
It's ridiculous, no media coverage until the law enforcement kind of escalated the violence. Then that's when the media started coming in. But right now it's just mainly the social media that's going up there, which is good. And the way that the Dakota Access are reporting is way different than what is really being shown from the native side. The truth. And then when they do like a press conference, then all the things that they are saying is pretty much just lies, just made up stories, some of them.
And I have one more question then about that. So what can people do to find out, what is your suggestions then for the public to do to get the right information about what's going on?
Continue watching all the social media that's out there, and just spread the word. Share, and contact your local news people and just let them know. Start sharing the videos with them. Yes.
And that's what we'll do with ours too.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
To take away all the corruption. Politicians are corrupted. You put presidents, you make the president, and then you would bring people in and put them in a position. Then you'll blackmail them, then you control them, right? So what that means, corruption, that means power. That means that you're untouchable. So what you want to do is you want to target the main person, like big banks, like big bankers, talking about corrupted banks like Wells Fargo, Chase, Bank of America, Capital One, the Rothschilds, Goldman Sachs. You want to take away those people. George Soros, the one who's actually like a Nazi collaborator, that's actually who was, during World War II and gather all like the Jews and everything, which like the Holocaust actually did happen. I'm gonna leave it as that's a different story and everything. So what you want to do is you just want to just take away the people from the top. They got power, they got money, they're corrupt.
You know what, dogs, they're really important. I think we should start using them for really good reasons, just kind of, use them as a therapy dogs, more therapy dogs. We need them. This whole generation is stressed. We need dogs. Exactly, more dogs.
I certainly wish that we could get to a point where the executive and the legislative branches could work together. That's the biggest thing that I wish could change. That's not something I probably could do as a president. I think the most important thing is for the government to serve all of the people. So I'm for something like the Affordable Care Act, and I'd like to see that expanded. I would like to see us maybe less involved militarily and more involved in things that will really bring betterment to people here in this country.
First thing I would change, probably free education for college, definitely. Yep, definitely. That's it, that's all I got.
I would try to change the dependency of fossil fuel that we have in the United States because, climate change is real and fossil fuel is really bad for the environment. So that's what I would change.
Well, the first thing I would do would be to ask everybody what they want to see changed. So I have an idea called Amplify Your Voice. And that would be, to everybody, amplify their voice. And it's funny, excuse me, Clinton and Trump and actually all of them on the ticket right now don't ask that. They're out there telling you what you're going to receive. That's not cool, in my opinion.
I feel like one of the first things would be I don't know how to put this into words.
Kind of just civil rights, I guess. I think we need more laws and regulations to like help protect minorities and things like that. I guess that would be the first thing I would want to change.
I would put a higher priority on our environment and changing, I don't know, becoming more green and really enforcing that before we totally destroy our planet. So that would be my top thing.
It's the Federal Reserve that's not private at all, and just change everything from the beginning, because we've been corrupt ever since the 1910s and everything, when the bankers start to actually.
All right, Xander, so if you were president, what would be your top priority to change?
Decriminalize marijuana.
Plain and simple, right?
Simple. Plain and simple.
I don't know. There's so many things. I would just try to figure out the one thing that would make it more peaceful everywhere, I guess. I don't really know what that is because there's so many things I feel but I don't know. I feel maybe put in training for police officers or something. So, yeah.
Probably the legalization of marijuana. Yeah.
Legal for everybody?
Legal for everybody. Hands down. That's what it is.
If I was president, I would have probably changed the way the law works here. When I mean the laws, I mean if you notice lately that there's been a lot of prejudice towards some people and towards some others. I've noticed that recently oh look, a rapist, see they get 5 years in jail, while somebody who shot a warning shot at somebody because they were being attacked, they get 20 years in jail. Or a kid who just they're being kids. Of course kids are going to be horny people. They're going to talk to their girlfriends, send pictures and all that. And they're oh look, you have pictures of yourself on your phone on your own property. We're going to arrest you and charge you as a rapist. As a this guy's a sexual pervert. And we're going to charge them okay, you're going to, for the rest of your life, you're going to be a sexual offender. Well, it's kids. It's kind of if I was a kid, I can just look at myself at the mirror naked and somebody can just barge in and say, oh, you're looking at yourself naked. You're a fucking pedophile, as we speak. And also the whole way of I'm rich, I can do whatever I want. And then me, I'm pretty sure if I walk out in the street and somebody in a Bentley can hit me, and the guy would be oh, I have lawyers, I can just say, oh, I just didn't see you. Well, me, it's you clearly saw me, there's lights everywhere. Well, this guy can just get lawyers and be yeah, this guy just is just some guy. I don't really care. So yeah, I have the money for the lawyers and all that. So that's the reason why I kind of don't like the whole justice system here in America States.
The minimum wage right now. I would change minimum wage. I would definitely increase it. There are a lot of people who work hard. I know a lot of people, they say you should go to school, but people who do jobs they go to school for and they still get paid minimum wage. So why not give that increase? People who work hard for it especially,
Corrupt the world, so you want to start with that. Not just declining taxes and bringing jobs in and everything. You got to actually start from that. It's I don't know how to really to put it it's taking away cops. It's taking away our guns and everything. You want to take away our guns. Okay, you can take away our guns. That's no problem. We're going to use next our fists. You can't charge us.
Is right. Period. I'm tired of people having things taught to them and then shoved opinions in their faces. It's not right. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has the right, and that's what I think. I just don't.
For. So, in my opinion, the individuals that do use are going to continue. The individuals that don't are going to continue not to.
Right.
I don't think there's going to be any significant change as respects the consumers, if you will.